Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because we are going to be doing another one brand tutorial and we are diving into a full face of Glossier today. So I did a full face of Milk makeup last month and I loved a lot of the products that I used and I was very impressed, so I got inspired to do Glossier next because Glossier reminds me a lot of Milk makeup, but I thought it would be fun also because Glossier's brand and their vibe is so different than how I do my makeup and products that I use, so I thought it would be like a fun challenge. So today we're going to do like really the bare minimum. But I actually already played with all these products already, so I can give you guys mini reviews on each of them as I go. I filmed this video last week, the audio got messed up, so here we are filming it again. Hopefully today it turns out good. But I hope you guys enjoy this video and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do upload one brand tutorials every single month, so if you like these videos, definitely stick around. Also, make sure you grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into some Glossier makeup. So the first thing I'm gonna do is moisturize my lips. I've actually really been loving their MangoBalm.com Universal Lip Balm. This smells just like candy and like Rita's Water Ice. I love it so much. This is a perfect daytime moisturizer or like right before makeup. It's really lightweight. I have it on right now and you can see it's not going to give you like a glossy finish or anything. It's not sticky. It's just like a balm consistency. So just to show you what it looks like when you put it out. And by the way, don't mind my nails. I use these new press-on nails and I'm not loving them, but I can't take them off. So I love it too because it's not going to give you that white ring in between your lips. So I think it's perfect right before makeup in the morning. I personally wouldn't use this before bed because I like something a little bit thicker, but it's perfect for a daytime lip balm. And they also have one that has no scent to it, which I like this. If you don't like scents, I think this would be a good option for you. And then I also did get a coconut one, which is okay, but I definitely prefer the mango. The mango is by far my favorite, and they have a couple other ones as well, but mango is just, it's my thing. And like even when I go to Rita's, mango water ice is always my go-to. So anyways, now I'm gonna do the brows. So surprisingly, I really like their brow flick. I've been testing it out and I'm very impressed with this product. So this is what it looks like. It's supposed to mimic brow hairs, and then when you take off the cap, you can see it kind of looks like as if it was like a liquid liner pen. But basically with this, you just take it and you start doing really tiny strokes onto your brows, and it's gonna give you the illusion of brow hairs. When you're using this product, you don't wanna like draw it on as if it was a marker. You wanna do really tiny little strokes. For me, this is not a product that I would use all the time, like for all of my looks, but I think for a natural makeup look, this is a good product if you like really natural, effortless brows. You guys know I'm very particular with my brows and how I like them, but surprisingly, I think this is a good product and I like it. It does take a little time to get used to, but the more that you use it, the easier it is to work with, as you can see. I'm just doing really tiny little strokes. Just following the natural direction also of my brow hairs. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So this is my brow obviously filled in, and then this is the naked brow. This brow is always the crazy one. It never cooperates. It just never wants to be like its sister over here. That's just how it is. We're gonna clean it up though. I love their stretch concealer. This one's in the shade G11. It's basically just like a little concealer in a jar. I love this for cleaning up the brows. I think it's a perfect formula. Personally, I don't like this for the face. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, which we'll get into in the video, but I think for cleaning up the brows, it's the perfect formula. It's creamy, it's not cakey, and since it doesn't have a lot of coverage, I think it's perfect for this area because you're not gonna have cakey product built up around this area right here, but it still does a good job at cleaning them up. So obviously cleaning your brows up is definitely an optional thing, and I think if you're going for a very effortless look, typically people don't do things like this, but for me and my brows, it just kind of works and it cleans up any mistakes. So I'm gonna do it, but of course, do whatever you like in your makeup routine. I always say there's no rules to makeup, and I truly believe that. I'm just gonna take this flat brush that I have from BH Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna clean them up. This brow is the reason though that I always have to clean up my brows because it just never wants to cooperate. Such a great formula. I really, really like it, and I'm pretty picky with concealers that are in jars because a lot of them tend to be very cakey, very thick. They don't blend properly, but this one is really effortless. So I'm gonna use a concealer brush just to really blend that in. That is what the brows look like. Not perfect because, you know, naturally I don't have really amazing eyebrows, but like I said, the product is definitely doable even if you do have brows like myself that aren't super full. This is also really good for flicking the brow tail. Brow flick. But it gives you that really pointy brow tail, which I really like. Next, I'm gonna go in with their Boy Brow. So this is a new favorite of mine. I love this brow gel. It is such a great formula. It really does a good job at keeping your brows in place without giving you that hairspray brow effect. The brush is so tiny and it does a good job at filling in any little gaps that you may have in your brows as well. It's amazing. This one is also in the shade Black and I love it. I actually got both of these in like a little bundle. I believe if you buy them separate, it equals out to be $34, but if you buy them together, it's $30. So you save a little bit of money. It only seems like a couple dollars, but it adds up, you know? So they do have quite a few little like bundles that you can get on their website, which I think is great. Now we're jumping into the skin. So I didn't realize until after I placed my order that they have like this hydrating, moisturizing primer. It's not really a primer. I think it's more so like a moisturizer, but you know, primer kind of vibe. So I didn't get to purchase that because it's under their skincare section and it wasn't under their makeup section. So technically today I don't have a primer, but I do have moisturizer on and everything. So I feel like, you know, that's fine. That's good enough for me for this look. Anyway, we're gonna jump straight into their Perfecting Skin Tint, which looks like this. So basically this, to me, this is kind of like a BB cream in my eyes. It doesn't have really any coverage. Actually, not even a BB cream, like a tinted moisturizer. It's really hydrating, it's dewy, but you're not gonna get any coverage. And today, unfortunately, it's probably not the best day for me to film this video because I do have quite a few little marks to cover, but we will spot conceal and just make it work. This brand as a whole is not gonna give you full coverage. It's not gonna be intense glam. It's gonna be very effortless, simple makeup. So if you're not into that, you're not gonna like this brand. But it says to shake, then smooth over moisturized skin with fingertips, which my skin is moisturized, not with their product, but it's fine. So I'm gonna shake it up and I'm actually gonna use my fingers today, which I don't really ever use my fingers when it comes to makeup. I love brushes, but I know that some people don't like to use brushes or they don't have time to use them. So I like how a lot of their products are great for just using your fingers. So see, as you can see, that's still kind of peeking through. I mean, it did take away a little bit of the redness, but this isn't gonna give you any coverage. Even if you build it up, just a little FYI, it's not gonna give you coverage, like just to show you. This zit that I have here, it's still gonna be peeking through. So for me, usually if I'm going for like a really like natural makeup look, I usually just spot conceal because I like to have a little bit of coverage. Like I would typically conceal these with some of my regular concealer, but yeah, that's pretty much what that looks like. Very dewy. It's basically just kind of like a tint, to be honest, barely on your skin. And mine, I got in the shade, it says 4718 on the bottom, but I don't think that's the shade. I'll put it right here so you guys can see what I got because I think it does match really well. All right, now I'm gonna do some concealer. So I'm gonna go back into the concealer that I was using for my brows. And G11 is a pretty good shade. It's a little light, but I think it works. So I'm actually just gonna use my finger and I'm gonna just spot conceal as best as I can because this doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it definitely does have more coverage than the skin tint. When you're using these products, you have to have an open mind at the fact that they aren't going to be like a regular foundation or concealer or anything like that. So that's what I am doing. I'm gonna just kind of conceal around my mouth a little bit because that's usually what I do if I were to just spot conceal with a regular concealer, and also around my nose. This is also a very creamy, like dewy kind of formula, so something to keep in mind. If you have freckles, if you have any little beauty marks, this is still going to allow those to peek through. So now the challenge is trying to do my under eyes with these long nails. I'm just gonna use my finger, my ring finger, as if it was like an eye cream, and I'm just gonna kind of press that in You could also put this on your lid as well. I like my natural lid color, so I'm gonna just leave it as is. So that's a little comparison of what it does as far as conceal. So like it definitely shows up a lot more than the skin tint, but it's not gonna be anything crazy intense. So something that I'm very surprised at is the fact that they don't have a cream bronzer, which I feel like bronzer is like essential, like especially when you're doing a look like this. Like to me, bronzer just really makes you look more alive. So I was very shocked. So keeping this like really natural vibe going on, I'm gonna use my cream bronzer from Milk Makeup. Let me grab it. Where are you? This one is their matte bronzer in the shade Baked. I love this. I know it's not Glossier, but I need some bronzer in my life. So this is what I'm gonna use today. This is amazing. It's such an easy formula to work with. It's very effortless. What I like to do is just take a stippling brush. This one's from Sigma, but you know what? LA Girl has one just like it as well. Right here, the 104 brush. Identical, but this one's dirty, so I'm gonna use this one from Sigma. And I'm just gonna stipple that product into the skin. Just to give a little warmth to the face, because I feel like if you just use blush, it's just not enough. Like you need a little something. Okay, jumping back into Glossier, I'm gonna go in with their Cloud Paints. So this one is in the shade Dusk. It's like a really pretty natural rose color, and then we have Beam, which is more of like a peachy coral. Today I'm going to use Dusk just because it is very natural, very pretty, and I'm going to show you. You don't even need that much. I just wanted to show you what the color looks like. So these are great with your fingers. Yeah, they do dry down, which is really nice. So I'm going to just do that much. I'm going to just start blending that in. I know it's gonna look crazy. Just take your time blending. It's a very easy product to work with. I'm gonna kind of try to blend it upwards towards the bronzer so that it looks seamless. Oh, the concealer is kind of clinging onto this little zit because it's dry. I'll fix that. See, that color is just perfection. So this is what the color looks like, just like a swatch. Obviously you don't need as much as I used. I just wanted to show you what the actual color itself looks like. And then once you start blending it out, that is the shade Dusk. Okay, so big swatches, just so you guys can really see the color. Right next to it is the shade Beam, which is like a really gorgeous peachy coral. If I was a little bit tanner, I would use that color. It's a little bit too bright for me right now. So that's why I went in with Dusk, which I think is perfect. Using a little bit more of the skin tint to kind of blend this out. It's looking a little splotchy right here. So I'm just using it to kind of like almost clean up under here like I typically would with concealer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and set my creams a little bit. So I'm gonna use their Wonder Powder or Wowder Powder. This one is G11 to G12, that's the shade. And this is what the packaging looks like. I love this little baby pink color. So cute. And then that is the color that I have right on the back. With this, you get the product right here in the net, like the sifter. So it says to take a brush and then just dip into the net to lightly set wherever you want. This is a really, really light powder. It's not gonna do much as far as coverage or anything. It's really just like one of those powders that's so effortless that it's almost like nothing on the skin. It almost just takes away a little bit of like the shininess that's peeking through from the products. Like for me, I always have to set my products because I have combo skin. Now I'm gonna use a fluffier brush. This one is from Japanesque. And I'm gonna just very lightly dust this all around the blush and the bronzer, because typically I would go in with like a powder blush, powdered bronzer, but for today I'm just gonna keep it really simple and I'm not gonna do that. Powder is so light, like I said, that it's not going to like alter the foundation or anything that you have on your face. It's not gonna add any color or change anything. It's just really going to lightly set, because you can still see like the blush kind of peeking through there. ever so lightly, which is what I want. All right, let's wipe off the powder in the hair because that's always a hot mess in my videos. There we go. All right, now we're gonna do a little highlight. So I actually purchased 2 of them, and this is the only one that I like. This is their highlighter concentrate. This is gonna give you that very natural glow from within. It's not gonna be a beaming highlighter, of course. The packaging is really cute. It just comes with like a little doe foot applicator, and then you just take the highlighter and you just basically dot it wherever you want. I'm gonna do about that much. And then just use your finger to blend it out. I know that I just set and I used a powder, but this is such a lightweight formula, and the powder is so light that it's not gonna alter your products. It's not gonna look blotchy or anything. It's just going to mix really well over top, and you can just see it gives you that natural, kind of like you're glowing from within sort of look, which I think is really pretty. I used to hate highlighters like that, but now I love them, especially with a look like this. I think that's really pretty. These products work really well with your fingers. Like, you really don't need brushes. I mean, I know I used a couple brushes just because, you know, I'm extra like that, but you don't need brushes realistically for a lot of these products. I also did get their Dew Effect highlighter. This is their Halo Scope. I don't like this. This is like a highlighter stick. The formula on this is just really dry. It's kind of just like a glue stick. I mean, the color shows up, but then when you actually blend it out, I don't know, the formula is just kind of like, there's just like nothing there. Like, at least with this one, it's so light, but you can definitely see a little bit of a glow. Okay, now we're gonna do the eyes, which is very exciting because I actually have these products here that I am obsessed with. So these are their Sky Wash Sheer Matte Lip Tints. So this is what they look like. So I have 3 different colors right here. Really nice packaging. It's really, really simple. So I have 3 colors here. I have the shade Terra, which is like a really pretty burnt orange, Echo, which is like a dark brown, and then Palm, which is like a really light camel brown color. So these are gonna start off as like liquid cream kind of products. So I'm gonna show you the shade Palm. So you put it on with the applicator, and then you take your finger and you just blend it out. This is gonna give you the most perfect tint to your eyes. I mean, like, it's so easy. You could add more, build it up. They dry down to a matte finish. And I know you could totally use like an eyeshadow. Like, you can get the same effect from an eyeshadow, but I think with these, it's nice because you don't need to use a brush. It's easy, you know? It's like one and done kind of product. I think it's gorgeous. I definitely want to purchase more of these colors just because I like the idea of them. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the shade Echo, which is like the brown color, and I'm gonna do a little kind of smoky vibe. This is gonna look scary, but bear with me. See, it kind of just gives you that really perfect, like, smoky, light wash of color. I do this a lot with brown eyeshadow. I'll take like a light crease color and then I'll use a brown and I'll usually smudge it on my lash line. I just really love the way that that looks. So I like how you can get that effect using these as well. It is so hard to do anything with these nails. I was getting used to my natural nails and I popped these on, and now I feel like it's so hard. You can kind of stamp it in your crease as well, so it can kind of look like you have a crease shade going on. And they dry really quickly too, so I recommend working with them quickly. Isn't that so cool though? Like, I love the concept of these. I think they're great. And you could use a brush, I guess, if you really wanted to, but I feel like that then defeats the purpose of the actual product itself. So I think using your fingers is like the best thing ever, and I'm obsessed. And then just to show you the other color, I'll probably use this more so in the summer when I have some more color to me, but this is the shade Terra. So it starts off like a really pretty, like, burnt shade, burnt orange, and then when you blend that out, it turns into like this really pretty crease shade. Looks like that. But I like these 2 colors. I don't know, they're kind of just like me. Like, this is my vibe. Now I'm gonna do a little mascara, and this is their Lash Slick Mascara. This I really like. This doesn't do much as far as volume or thickening, but I think the brush is perfect for separating and lengthening your lashes without giving you a clumpy, spidery look. So you can see it like definitely shows up on the lashes, and I know I got some mascara on my lid. Just to kind of go with this really natural vibe, I'm gonna go in with lashes, totally optional, but you guys know me, I'm extra like that. So I'm gonna use these from Kiss, the 01 lashes. They are basically like lash extensions. They look so pretty, very fluffy, very long. If you want a like shorter version of these, Kiss number 11. So those are perfect, especially if you wear glasses or you just want something really lightweight, perfect for every day. Those are great, but I'm gonna use these and then I'll be right back and we will do the lips and then we'll be all finished with this full face. Okay, so lashes are on. Now what I'm gonna do is tightline my upper waterline. I got their Color Slide eye pencil. This one's in the shade Brack, which is really cool. It's like a brown black shade. I actually don't like these though. They're not super creamy, like they're not as creamy as they look. I thought it was gonna be like a really great formula. The reviews on this is good, but I just personally, I'm not a fan, but I have it today, so I'm gonna use it. Oh, I feel like it makes my eyes water too. You have to go over your waterline like a million times to get some color payoff, but I always like to tightline, especially when I'm doing lashes, just to cover up any gaps that you may have. All right, then what I'm gonna do is I kind of want to add a little bit more blush to my cheeks, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of the Cloud Paint and I'm just gonna do a little bit more. I don't want to lose that because I think that flush is so pretty. You see a little bit goes such a long way. So now for the lips. So I got actually three different lip products, but the first one is this High Shine Lacquer. I don't like this. I don't like this color. I don't like the formula, and I don't like the packaging. So it's like a little clicker pen. Looks like this. This is in the color Pony, and you open it up and then this is what it looks like. It kind of reminds me of like a drugstore product that I had before. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. I'll put it on my lips just to show you what it looks like. So you click it and then the product comes out. It's moisturizing, but like, I don't know, something about this, I'm not a fan of it. The more you build it up, the more glossy it's gonna be, but this is essentially what the color looks like. Hard pass, not something that I would repurchase, I don't know. Next up I have their Sheer Matte Lipstick, and this one's in the shade Cake. This one's in the shade Cake. So this smells like roses. It smells amazing. I love the smell of roses. It's a really creamy formula. Just to show you, it just gives you like a natural kind of color, like as if you like dabbed a lipstick on. Just kind of like you woke up and you naturally have some light rosy lips, like a your lips but better kind of color. I like this. I think this is cute. It's comfortable and it smells really good. It smells just like roses. I love the smell of roses. I think it's pretty. Then they have their clear lip gloss. This is actually really cute and I'll show you guys what it looks like on, but it's just a clear gloss. It's really juicy. It's wet. I like the fact that it's not sticky, but I do have a dupe for this. And let me just show you really quick. That's a good clear gloss. So that is what it looks like, the gloss. It's very, very wet. Like I said, it makes your lips look super, super juicy. I'm gonna kind of dab some of this off though, because I kind of like the way that this look looks with just a little bit of tint on the lips without a gloss. I feel like it just kind of adds to that no makeup look. So the dupe that I have, mine looks disgusting because I use it all the time, but this is the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Gloss in the shade 01 Behind the Scenes, which is just a clear gloss. This is the best clear lip gloss you will ever use in your life, and it's the cheapest because it's only $3. It's amazing. You can get it at Ulta, and I swear by it. And so if you want a good dupe for this one from Glossier, the Essence one is just as good, honestly, and you get a little bit more product because it's bigger and it's cheaper. The only thing is, if you don't like scents, the Essence one does have a scent to it. It's nothing like crazy, but it is like a sweet kind of fruity scent. So if that bothers you, maybe go with the Glossier one. But this isn't a bad product. It's just there's definitely a dupe for it. All right, friends, here we are. This is the completed full face of Glossier. So honestly, besides my under eyes and like my uneven brows and the little zit peeping through, I think this is a really cute look. Like I actually really do like it. So I'm gonna give you guys a little rundown on the products, what I liked, what I didn't like. I'm gonna start with what I didn't like so we can end off on a good note and I can leave you with some of my favorites from Glossier. So to start off, the first thing that I could definitely live without is the Perfecting Skin Tint. Something about this I'm just not crazy about. I know that it's not meant to be full coverage, of course. It's not even really meant to be like a BB cream. To me, this is more like a tinted moisturizer, and that's why I don't really like it. I've never been a big fan of things that are super, super light coverage, because if I want to do a look like this, then usually I'll just spot conceal a little bit and I'm good to go. I don't really like things like this because I feel like kind of like what's the point? If it's not gonna do much for my skin, then I'm just gonna skip out on it, and I want something that is gonna actually give me a little coverage. This just did nothing for me. But I mean, if you're looking for something that's natural, dewy, fresh, with not a lot of coverage, then you will like this. So it really comes down to what you like. For me, this is a pass though, because I'm not a fan of it. Also, I don't like this Halo Scope Dew Effect highlighter. This is one of those products that I would definitely not recommend. The formula of it, it's just the color, it's just definitely blah. If you want a natural glow, you gotta get the highlighter concentrate. This is beautiful. I also didn't like the eye pencil that they have, the Color Slide pencil. It's just not super creamy. You have to go over your waterline a lot of times to get pigment coming through, so hard pass. The lip gloss I really did like I said, but there is a dupe for it, so it's not something that I can see myself repurchasing. But I mean, this is a good clear gloss. It really is. If you want to splurge and you want to like test it out for yourself, it's nice, but I'm telling you, the Essence one is amazing. I don't like this High Shine Lacquer. I don't know, something about the packaging and how messy it is and just like the color, the formula. I'm not crazy about it. I think that's pretty much it. Everything else I really did like. Okay, this is great. I'm happy. So the Stretch Concealer, I really like this for cleaning up the brows. I don't like this for spot concealing or for the face. I'm not super impressed. My under eyes actually look a little dry. It looks like it kind of clings to certain spots on your face. So just something to keep in mind with this, but I think for cleaning up the brows, it is perfection. The formula is great for that. But if you want something that is a little bit more light coverage and very dewy, then you would like this. It's not as light as the Perfecting Skin Tint, but it definitely is not a full coverage concealer. I love the Sky Wash Sheer Lid Tints. These are beautiful. I know that you can get this kind of effortless eyeshadow look with eyeshadow, you know, but I think the purpose of these and what makes them so great is that they're so easy. Like, you don't need eyeshadow brushes, you don't need to do a lot, you just need your fingers and you're good to go. It's like dab, pat, run out the door. I also really like the mascara. I think this is great. It serves its purpose as far as lengthening and separating your lashes. If you want something to lengthen your lashes without being very spidery, I think you will really like this, especially if you already have really great lashes. This is perfect. The brow products though, the brow products are probably my favorite, surprisingly. I know my brows look uneven, but this is really good and I can definitely see myself using this and repurchasing it, especially for like everyday makeup looks. This is perfect, and I love the Boy Brow. The Boy Brow is gonna be my new favorite. Like, I've been using it so much. I love it for the brows. The formula is just perfection. There's something about it that is just so different. Like I mentioned, I love the Bomb.com. These are literally the Bomb.com. I love the cloud paints as well. If you're into cream blushes, you will love these. I mean, this is just beautiful. It does dry down to a nice matte finish, and it's so stunning. I love how you just need a little bit to get that really beautiful wash of color. Like, you're just on your first date and your date is making you blush. Like, that's what this gives you, and I love it. And then last but not least, I also really love their sheer matte lipstick. I know you can get this effect with dabbing in a lipstick and kind of like rubbing it on your lips, but this is so moisturizing, and I like the concept of it because not everybody likes a really pigmented lip color. Some people don't like a lot of lipstick, and I think if you're that kind of person, you will love this. This is the last product that I wanted to mention, actually. This is their Wowder. So I'm kind of like on the fence with this because I feel like I need to use this with my favorite complexion products or like a different concealer, but I think this is a really good like nothing kind of powder. Like, it doesn't feel like anything when you have it on your face, but it does set your makeup to the point where like it just kind of takes away that shine, makes your skin look and feel really soft. But as far as coverage or like mattifying your skin, it's not going to do that. It's just really going to almost feel like you're putting nothing on your face. So if you don't like a lot of powder, I think you'll really like this. I think you will like Glossier if you like natural makeup, no makeup, light coverage, dewy finishes, and just effortless, simple, fresh makeup that doesn't require any makeup tools. That's something that really stood out to me with these products. You don't need to use brushes. I know I used a couple brushes along the way, but like realistically, you don't need brushes. And I think that's what makes this brand also really great for anybody, if you're on the go, if you're younger, if you're older, if you're a working mom, whatever the case may be, and you just want something quick, easy, this is the brand for you because the products work really well, I think, with your fingers. They're very seamless and easy to work with. So I think it's great. Overall, I do like the brand. I have a lot of favorites and a lot of products that you guys will be seeing in upcoming videos, and a lot of things that I'm going to be incorporating into like my everyday makeup routine, which I'm very excited for. If there's anything that you think that I absolutely need in my life from Glossier, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. More one brand tutorials are coming. Next up, we're doing an updated Fenty and updated Shop Miss A video. So stay tuned for those, but that is it. Thank you guys so much for everything. I love you all, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.